Hopefully my wife doesn't watch this video. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been quite some time since I've made a video for you guys. I've been really busy with work. Just been one of the primary reasons why I haven't really been able to make videos, because I've been so busy. I'm sitting right here next to my M3. So far it's been driving really good. I'm really here to talk to you guys today about what it takes to turbocharge your BMW E36 M3. And a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about, what tuning I'm running, or different things like that. And this video really is more focused on what I spent because it was a lot more expensive than what I thought it was going to be. It came out a little bit higher than what my budget really was, but overall in the long run, I mean, it's done very well, and I'm really happy with the results of the E36 M3. We'll kind of talk about different things that I bought and the money I spent on this car. I also want to say thank you for everyone that subscribed to the channel. We're over 500 subscribers now, and it's really cool. I'm really excited. It keeps moving up every single day, so I'm really excited to see that finally happen. I'll be posting more videos consistently, hopefully. I just gotta find the time to make it happen, but I will make it happen. So let's jump in the video now. Alright guys, at the heart of the M3, I ended up purchasing a Borg Warner turbo. It was a S366. I actually ended up finding it on Beamer forums. It was new, and I bought it from a guy, Greg Conway, who is Boost Monkey, sells a lot of BMW parts for turbos and things like that. So I ended up buying that from him for, let's take a look. So I bought this for $550, which is a pretty good deal when you think about how much they go for new. It's been doing really well. So I ended up buying Rsi Manifold, which is the good and tight T4 manifold. It's sold by Rapid Spool Industries, and I actually ended up finding this one, I believe I think I found this one on Beamer forums as well. And on this one I spent $550, which isn't too bad. So I actually got a pretty good deal. The next thing I ended up purchasing was the intercooler. So the intercooler I kind of got in a deal. A guy was selling it on the Facebook pages, on the boosted classified E36 pages. And I actually ended up getting a Treadstone 1245 intercooler along with the charge pipe, and so it kind of came with the charge pipe. Now on these E36s, you have to make sure that you get a charge pipe that isn't going to interfere with like the airflow meter, because it could cause turbulence and cause it to give you some wacky readings, which will then impact like how your car runs. So you got to make sure that it is appropriately designed. If you do end up, just making one on your own, I know there's a couple companies that maybe sell the entire kit, but I ended up just finding a good deal on this. So I ended up purchasing this for $650. The guy that had it did run a bottom mount kit, so I actually ended up selling it to another guy for $80, so I kind of made a little bit of money back in that. Next thing I ended up purchasing was I bought a cut ring gasket. So I wasn't going to lower the compression on this because I have E85 local to me, so I actually ended up just buying a cut ring gasket, which is going to just keep the compression on the M3 at stock compression. And I was just going to run ARP head studs. So the cut ring gasket, it looks like it ran me $180, which isn't too bad. Let me take a look at the ARP. So the ARP head studs I ended up buying on I think the Facebook pages as well for $150, which is a pretty good deal because I think they retail for a little over $200. And the cut ring as well, I think it retails for like $250 maybe. So I got a pretty good deal on that. I ended up getting this the CES 87mm cut ring gasket, so worked out really well for me. I ended up purchasing 80-pound injectors from a guy who was selling them on the Facebook pages. He ended up selling them to me for $260. And these are the Decas, the Siemens Deca injectors. But I had them cleaned and they were a little dirty, but now they're good to go. On my 335i, if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, I actually Before I wrecked that car, I was actually doing twin Walbro fuel pumps in there, so I ended up selling one of those and kept one for this build, and kept that and just installed that in this car and hardwired it. I think you guys have seen the videos. So I ended up purchasing a 44mm tile wastegate from a guy locally for 175 bucks. So got a pretty good deal on it. Typically they go for a little bit more than double that, so got a good deal. I also ended up purchasing to monitor the AFRs, Innovate LC1, which you guys know what kind of issues I've had with that. It's a very dated wideband, and probably I'll be upgrading that to maybe like an AEM wideband very soon. So another thing that I ended up purchasing from Boost Monkey was the oil feed line, and this is I believe a 4AN line, feeds the turbo, and then I also bought his oil drain. But on this setup, it really didn't work very well because the wastegate sits right below the oil drain, so we're still going to reroute that another way. I'm going to have my buddy help me out. Thank you, Manny. But yeah, you guys will need to really figure out, like maybe add another piece to the wastegate or a pipe off of the flange of the turbo manifold. It's kind of poorly designed in my opinion. Didn't end up using the drain, but it did spend $136 for that. One thing that you guys will need to make sure you upgrade is the elbow on the throttle body. So if you use a stock one, it's gonna burst because it's just really thin rubber. So I ended up purchasing the maximum PSI elbow, which I found on the Beamer, no, I found it on the Boosted pages, and I ended up getting it for 65 bucks, a very good deal. So I ended up purchasing a scavenge pump for this car because there was no way that we could make it work. So right now it's routed near the firewall and then down, and it's working okay, but I did have an issue where it stopped working when I was going to a car show. And so I've been kind of leery about the setup ever since, but I spent $80 for that from Amazon. Had the 3.5-inch downpipe that was custom made, and then I also had the hot side intercooler piping that was custom made. I think on total I ended up spending $800 for the entire setup, which is a little bit more than probably what I should have spent, but oh well. I had another guy make my exhaust, and he made me a 3.5-inch custom exhaust, straight pipe down to my active auto work muffler, which I think I'm probably gonna change out and just do like a big 3-inch muffler or 3.5-inch or something, you know, just straight. Last thing, which is the most important thing, is the tuning. So this is an OBD1 E36 M3, and I ended up purchasing the 22 RPD tuning kit, which comes with his mass airflow, and then also comes with the wiring and instructions and the chip. It comes with unlimited revisions, which is cool. And so I've gotten one revision since, and the newest revision actually makes the car run very well. In the morning it idles very well. Cold start is perfect. Even in the cold weather we've been having here in Arizona, it's awesome. It works perfect. Alright, so total spent was about $5,406 to turbocharge this thing, which is kind of a lot when you think about it. Don't know if I could have done it cheaper. I probably could have if I would have half-assed a lot of shit, but I didn't really want to do that with this M3. This M3 is special to me. I just put in a new motor, so I didn't really want to cut corners here or do anything like that. But yeah guys, that's kind of what it takes to turbocharge an E36 M3. If you're thinking about turbocharging it, I'd really recommend you follow my Instagram. Also shoot me any questions that you guys might have about the car, or any questions that you may have with your build. I'm very familiar with the E36 M3s. I've had so many of them over the past, and just working on this one and going through some of the headaches here and there, you know, I've kind of learned a lot of different things. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Put my Instagram right up here. Also guys, I'm going to be shooting some more videos, so please check out the channel and please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video.
Flames, motherfucker, duck the aim. Sucker, coming to sucking up for fame. Goddamn, that shit lame. On my independent living, never give